Hey, hey. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. I am happy to have you all here on this new week. Yes, it's Monday, but it's a grand start to an awesome new week that we get to control. All right. And I say that because we have the power to make this an amazing week. We have the power to control our minds and say, you know what? Despite all the negative things that may be happening around me, I'm still going to smile. I'm going to have a great day and I'm going to push forward. So, welcome into the Jaime Dee Show, everybody. I'm also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. Make sure to type that in. It's TheJaimedEeshow, the Jaime Dee Show. I am also reading and acknowledging the comments on YouTube. So chime in with me, all right? And if you're willing to call in, it's 702-221-7283. Again, 702-221-7283. So you can engage with me and get in on the conversation. All right, so it's Monday. And I know you love to hear about what I did this past weekend because I get a lot of comments where it's like, hey, we want to know what you did this weekend. We want to live with you and live through you and all that great stuff. So let's talk about it. All right. So Friday, I'm not going to lie. I had such a hard time finding out what to do on Friday. People don't realize that I live and work in Vegas. I'm not on vacation. So when I tell people I'm bored or that it's hard to make friends or that it's hard to date, they do not believe me. They're like, you're in Vegas and you're a public figure. You're doing all these things. How could it be so hard for you to find something to do? And my thing is, while Las Vegas is a city in itself, Las Vegas still is centered around the strip. I don't care what anybody says. There is a push where the city is trying to make it so that Las Vegas has its own true local community, but it still is centered around the strip. And until the locals really, really come together and they start planning things and they start pushing for local events and they start opening up more bars and clubs and lounges in the actual inner city. And I don't mean downtown because to me, that's still technically a part of the tourist area and a part of the strip to me. Even though it's not on the strip, it's still considered the same thing. So I don't count Fremont, which is the downtown area. But until they actually start putting more things in a local community that is not just a gaming bar, I personally don't see much there is to do yet. Now, there are a lot of events, which is great. I love Vegas. I love the events that happen when they come. That's awesome. I will say that this is one city out of the 9 cities I've lived in that is really event centered, which is awesome. But it doesn't mean I get to get into every event. It doesn't mean that I want to go to every event. It doesn't mean that I'm even interested in every event because there's certain things that happen that, I don't really care about. Like, I'm not even gonna say anything because I don't want to like knock anybody's event because I support all. You know what? Great example. Great example. There was, and this is not knocking. I'm just literally not interested in it. There was this one event where they were like, oh my gosh, what were they doing? Oh yeah, you know what? It was the gaming convention that just came through here. Like, while I love playing video games in my free time when I actually want to play, I'm not like that interested to where I'm about to go watch other people play video games. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some activities that you enjoy doing by yourself, but to watch somebody else play or do something is kind of like not really interested in that. So it's stuff kind of like that comes through town. It's like, oh, that's great, that's awesome. I'm glad everybody has a space and I support it, but that just isn't my interest. And I don't have to bash it. I just don't really care. But yeah, Friday, it was hard to find something to do because I'm not gonna lie, I do keep a are gonna judge me for this. That's my best friend about this. She's like, what? But I do keep a list of people I hang out with and people that I actually do things with because I move around so often. And when I am working and doing things work related, which is a lot, I kind of forget like, who should I hit up? Who should I hang out with? And also too, my friends that I do quote unquote hang out with, they're also super, super busy as well. So it's kind of like I have to remind myself of like, who do I hang out with? Who's free this weekend and so on. So I had to relook at my list this weekend and I was sad because I was like, wow, there's only 3 people. Like, I'm about to look at it right now because I updated. There's 3 people on this list that I hang out with. One of which is a mom. The other one is in PR, and he works just as much as me. And the other one's a flight attendant. And I'm kind of like, I love them. I truly do, but that doesn't count. So I hit them up on Friday. Guess what? One of them was not even in town. The other one was working, and the other one was being a mom. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And for me, I actually really do appreciate and enjoy my social life because I really do believe that all work and no play makes Jack a doughboy. I really, really do believe that. So I try to find myself things to do when I'm not working, which isn't that often because I work a lot. Being in the media industry, you work way past being off air. You work way past when you think you're done working. And even when you're not working, you end up working again when you're outside. It's so hard to kind of remove yourself from that workspace. So it's really kind of, but yeah, I couldn't figure out anything to do or anybody to hang out with on Friday. Also, to my knowledge, there wasn't any events in towns that I was interested in. So it's kind of just like, okay, the strip. I've already done most of the parties I want to go to. And what I'm interested in, I like to go to hip hop stuff. I don't really care for like top 40s and early nine late early and late 90s and early 2000s. I mean, it's cool, but like that's kind of like a theme party. Like I want to go to a party where they're playing current music, and they don't do that often here in Vegas outside of like Dre's and Daylight Beach Club. And my thing is, while I do have a connect to both places, you can only use your connection that many times. You know, you don't want to keep like overdoing like, hey, I'm back here, I'm back here, I'm back here. No, it's kind of like they have to make money. And if you don't know how much they charge for those places, look it up because they charge an arm and a leg to get into these clubs, bars, lounges, and day parties here in Vegas. So Friday, I didn't do anything because I had nobody to hang out with. But shout out to my friend Tracy T. Holloway that is in Dallas, Texas, because I was talking to her like pretty much the entire time I was complaining about having nothing to do. And I ended up downloading this shooting game on my phone, and we played together for like 3 hours. So shout out to her because she really held it down. POP, hold it down. Saturday, my friend Alicia, who is a mom, she was free. So we ended up going to Daylight. No, we ended up going to Dre's Beach Club. And that was fun because Juicy J was there. Got super, super lit. Shout out to everybody who was there hanging out with us. I want to tell you a really, really quick story. I only got a few minutes left. Quick story about Saturday because I didn't do anything Sunday either. Saturday, we had met this 23-year-old, super, super nice guy. And he came up to, well, I went up to him because I was like, he looks like a really cool guy. I want to introduce myself to people more and try to meet people because I want to make friends. And there, even though a lot of locals say we don't go to the strip, there's a lot of locals who still go to the strip. So I met a few locals. I wanted to see if he was local or not. Talking to him, he's really cool. He was like, hey, I have a budget of this much and I haven't even used half of it for today. I want to spend some more money. Do you guys want to drink? And I'm like, sure. Long story short, we all became really cool. Me, him, and my friend Alicia. I'm not sure what happened because we were drinking so much. I know everything else but this one part. I believe that he gave me his phone, his ID, and his fanny pack because he went somewhere. I don't know where he went. Haven't seen this man since. The man disappeared. Now, when I met him, I also met his uncle and his aunt. They disappeared. So I'm telling Lisa, like, oh my God, we saw this stuff. I haven't seen this man in like forever. What do we do? And so we're trying to find a way to like locate this man so we give him the stuff back because we had all this stuff. So Alicia's like, oh, I'm going to take his stuff home. I'm like, Alicia, you live like really far away. I live closest to the strip. I'll just take it. She's like, well, you probably go to sleep because everybody knows I go to sleep. So she's like, I'll keep it. Well, she left his wallet and his fanny pack in my car and she had his phone. So I called her like, hey, you're probably further than I am, but I want to find a way to like give this back to him because I don't feel comfortable holding his stuff for this long. So I was smart and I was like, he has this hotel key in here. So I called the hotel, gave them all this information, told them what happened. They gave me his room number. What I did was I took his stuff, put it on the floor in his room right next to the door, and I spread it out so he saw all this stuff just in case he was drunk or whatever still and he wasn't alarmed. And he saw it immediately when he walked in the door. Well, as I'm leaving the hotel, Alicia calls and she's like, hey, his uncle called. He's asking where he's at. I don't know, but I'm going to give him his phone. I said, okay, cool. So as I'm leaving back to my car, I pass him and he was like, hey, have you seen my nephew? And I was like, actually, no, I haven't seen him at all. And he was like, well, we can't find him. This man was shaking. It made me so sad because he was like shaking. He was like, I haven't found him. And he's only 23. I know he's a big guy, but like, I don't know what to do. And like, I love his auntie and I also love him. And we don't have kids. And, you know, we raised him. So I don't know what to do. And I'm like literally so worried for this man now because the uncles make me scared and sad. And now I haven't seen him. And my thought is like, bruh, he's probably drunk hooking up with somebody because I saw how he was moving throughout the club, the beach party. So I'm like, he probably is out there hooking up being a 23-year-old. Well, being the good person I am, I told the uncle, hey, I'll help you look for I'll help you look for your nephew. So I walked from the Paris Hotel back to the Cromwell, all throughout the Cromwell, asked security guards where he was, couldn't find him, couldn't hear anything from him, whatever. Kept in touch with his uncle. Uncle kind of called me periodically throughout the night. It was like 2 o'clock at one point, 1 o'clock, and the uncle called me. Didn't find him yet. Well, I ended up realizing he followed me on Instagram. So I followed him back, woke up the next day, worried, texted the uncle, didn't get a response back, went to my Instagram to see if I can DM him. Do you guys know this heifer blocked me? No, he didn't. No, this. Oh, I want to say what I want to say, but we're live on air. But no, this man did not block me. You ungrateful brat. At least you could have said, thank you for keeping my stuff. Guys, we had his entire life. Phone, keys, wallet, fanny pack. And the guy blocked me. I thought we were cool. Well, I guess that answers my question. He's alive and well and safe. You could at least said thank you. Wow, I went out of my way to figure out where you were, drop your stuff off in your hotel room, like clearly lay it all out so when you got back in the room, you didn't freak out, and you blocked me. What a jerk. Anyway, God knows my heart. God knows what I do. And I pride myself on being a good person. So as long as I help somebody out and, you know, I made sure they stayed safe and they had their stuff, it is what it is. Because I know if I lost all my stuff, I would have a heart attack. Anyway, y'all, that was my weekend because I didn't do anything on Sunday. This is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. Make sure to stick around because guess what? I have the daily news and more to come up. Stick around.
Is your dog suffering from a sensitive stomach? Hi, it's Kelly the Cookie Lady from Mooch's Munchies. Our dogs had super sensitive tummies and I needed to find a low-fat treat that wouldn't give them gas or other issues. Most of the treats on the market were loaded with fillers, chemicals, and chicken fat. Many of them weren't even food. Well, I knew I could do better, so I developed Mooch's Munchies, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you. Stop by our store or our website, moochesmunchies.com, and find out why we say that Mooch's Munchies are totally pawsome.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. As well, live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. All right, before we get into the daily news, let's get into the Drip Bar Las Vegas. Yes, the Drip Bar Las Vegas, which is located 2 blocks away from the Palms Casino at 4579 West Flamingo Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89103. Again, that's 4579 West Flamingo Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89103. The Drip Bar Las Vegas is everything you need for health and wellness as it pertains to IV drips, quick shots, and sauna therapy. Yes, you heard me right. They have IV vitamin therapy, sauna therapy, and quick shots. There's so much to choose from when it comes to the IV drip menu. You have things like the Shield, which is for your immune system. You have things for, like the Power Pack, which is energy boosting, micronutrient enhancing health support, and more. You have things like the Soother, which helps soothe your muscles and allows you that aid that you need if you're done traveling or working out or just had a stressful day. You also have restoration and more. There's also the quick shots. They have I Am Detoxify, which combats free radicals and detoxes your body. You have I Am Lean, which is fat reduction and weight loss, and more. Make sure you guys check out the Drip Bar Las Vegas. Now you're able to go there and buy your things a la carte, or you could be smart and get a membership. Now they have the basic hydration, which is $99 a month. That gives you the basic IV hydration shot, IV drip, which is just the hydration. You get the 1B12 shot. You get the infrared sauna for 20 minutes. Now there's a second package, which is the maintain package. It's $159.20. You get one IV drip, any IV drip that's on this menu. Doesn't matter how much it costs. You get it in that membership. So if it's more than the membership, you still get it, because guess what? You pay the membership price. You get one B12 shot, as well as you get one session in the infrared sauna with halo salt therapy, one red light session. You get a monthly member perk that gets sent to your email, as well as you get a premium beverage with every visit. And then the last package, which is $298, you get 2 IV drip shots. And IV drip, wow. And you get to pick anything on that menu. You get 1 B12 shots. You get 4 infrared sauna with halo salt therapy sessions, 4 red light sessions, 1 monthly member perk, a premium beverage, and more. The best part about all this is that your credits roll over, and if you don't use them, you can also gift them to your friends and family. So don't forget to check out my friends over at the Drip Bar Las Vegas. Yes. All right, guys, let's get into this daily news. So Linda Johnson, who's 35, ran a Wendy's in Manheim Township, where investigators say she netted an extra $20,000 for making up a fake employee and quote unquote paying them. Y'all be trying to make a quick buck by any means necessary. The insurance company for the fast food franchise had contacted investigators after audit found 22 paychecks had been made out to a man named William Bright, who never actually worked at the Wendy's. Authorities allege this man's employment was made up by the restaurant's manager, Linda Johnson, again 35, who doctored paperwork and time cards and then deposited checks issued to Bright into her own Cash App account between June 2021 and May 2022. She would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you sneaky insurance companies. She almost got away with it. It was almost 1 year. I don't know why she thought to put that in her own Cash App. That was dumb. I mean, I don't condone this at all, but that was still stupid, even more stupid than doing what she did. Manheim Township Police spoke with employees at the Wendy's at 1117 Harrisburg Pike and said no one knew a coworker named William Bright. When police questioned Johnson in April, she allegedly admitted Bright was a ghost employee whom she would clock in and out at the restaurant. Paychecks from William Bright totaled $19,898 in gross pay, police said, and the total loss to the insurance company was $15,846. Wow. Y'all will make sure to get y'all money by any means necessary. Let me tell y'all this. I don't condone none of that, because y'all gonna get caught. Whatever happens in the dark comes to life. I don't even know how y'all think about doing these things. It scares the living crap out of me thinking that I'm gonna get caught. All right, now let's talk about this. This one is Amazon Web Services palm recognition service for identification, payment, loyalty membership, and entry at over 400 locations across the U.S. reaches a critical milestone with more than 3 million uses. This is a palm recognition service. Whole Foods market stores are going all in. By the end of this year, all 500 plus Whole Foods market locations in the U.S. will offer Amazon One for payment and Prime membership benefits. This is where you have something in your palm, guys. You have something in your palm, and you're able to use that for purchases and identification. My general manager is shaking his head. This means Whole Foods market customers who choose to use Amazon One will no longer need their wallet or even a phone to pay. They can simply hover their palm over an Amazon One device. For Prime members who link their Amazon One profile with their Amazon account, savings will automatically be applied. Apparently, it's that simple. Take a listen to how this woman responded after she paid for her items using her palm.
Whole Foods, and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my. That's the coolest thing ever.
That is the creepiest thing ever. I don't know if y'all heard the click, but the second she hovered her palm over that device, it clicked, which means she has something like a chip or something in her palm. That is crazy. I understand that technology is evolving more and more, and I'm all in support of technology. Hey, go technology. I mean, it's cool as a thought, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not chipping myself. I don't know about you all. Are you going to chip yourself? Let me know at 702-221-7283. Let me know if you chip yourself, or comment on the YouTube at the Jaime Dee Show. Let me know if you'd put this in your body. They've had over 3 million uses so far. 3 million. And it's going to keep going. We're seeing more and more that robots are taking over, chipping and location devices are taking over, cameras on every corner, every building, everybody's bodies are taking over. We're becoming very technologically advanced, but also very robotic. I don't know if y'all believe if there's going to ever be too much to a point where you say this is enough, but I feel like we're coming up on it, because even AI is too much and enough for me. But hey, Williams family says, heck no, I'm not chipping myself. Neither would I. That is honestly very, very scary. I'm okay with using my phone. Our phones already have way too much information on us anyway. Let's get into this. A local Detroit Taco Bell manager was shot to death by a homeless employee he voluntarily let stay with him. I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about my weekend, and my story's not exactly the same, but I know how it is to help somebody out, and they are just ungrateful. Like that, I almost called him a boy. That guy who I took his stuff to his hotel for him after he gave me his phone, keys, wallet, and fanny pack, and didn't show back up because he was super drunk, and then decided to block me on social media after I went out of my way to figure out where he was staying and put his stuff in his hotel room for him until he finally showed up, you ungrateful jerk. Anyway, according to Fox 2 Detroit, Taco Bell manager Louis Stafford was shot to death by an employee of his that he let stay with him when the employee fell on hard times. The employee, Dejon Drake, opened up to Lewis about being homeless while being employed at the fast food chain. However, shortly after Lewis allowed Dejon to stay at his apartment, Dejon became increasingly difficult and combative towards Lewis and his employees. Lewis told Dejon to move out of his apartment on July 29th, 2023, and Lewis's mother, Leola, revealed that this is where the situation escalated and said, quote, that's when the fight broke out. The dude didn't want to leave, and he pushed Lewis, and Lewis fought back and beat him up, and so he shot him, end quote. Dejon was arrested shortly after and is being held on a $2 million bond at Macomb County Jail. Leola also had a short message to share with the public regarding the incident, saying, quote, you just cannot let your heart overrule your safety. The world has changed, and it's the luck of the draw. You don't know if you stop and help that person, what's on their mind, just because they're in need, end quote. Leola has also set up a GoFundMe to raise money for Lewis's funeral costs. May he rest in peace. I do want to play this short news clip before we go to break. Take a listen.
Big smile, an even bigger heart.
He was so emotional. He loved cats. He was a soft-hearted guy.
Louis Stafford,
He was a good friend. I never known him to be a bad friend to anybody.
a manager at the Taco Bell on 23 Mile in Chesterfield Township. Louis' big heart apparent when he noticed one of his employees was coming into work with wet clothes. Dejon Drake admitted to being homeless, and Louis, being Louis, offered to let him stay with him at his apartment, less than a mile down the road from the Taco Bell.
He had a good sense of humor. He was a big brother. He was a younger brother.
But a short time after the employee started staying with Louis, his behavior became combative towards his coworkers and towards Louis, according to Louis' mother. Louis told Dejon he could no longer stay with him at his apartment. It was Saturday, July 29th.
That's when the fight broke out. The dude didn't want to leave. He just refused to leave, and he pushed Louis, and Louis fought back and beat him up, and so he shot him.
Louis Stafford, just 27 years old, died at a nearby hospital.
Sad, sad, sad. My condolences go out to Louis and his family. May he rest in peace. It's so hard being a good person in today's society. It's so hard trying to stay positive in today's society. And you really want to push to be that pillar of hope, that pillar of success, that pillar of let's help out our fellow brother and sister. But it makes it so that people make it so hard. Make it so hard to step up and step out for people. It's just sad, because I even know that I want to be there for people, and I get scared to help out people. Like I said, this guy I just helped out. Man, I'm not really mad for real. But the fact that I went out of my way when I was tired, when I could have used help to find his hotel room, lay out his stuff neatly so when he got into his hotel room, he knew his stuff was safe, and console his uncle, and also go out of my way and spend an hour and a half of my time looking around Vegas for this man after his uncle was shaking in that hotel room because he thought his nephew was kidnapped. And then to find out that he blocked me the next day without saying thank you for helping him and his family out. I want to tell people to keep being you. Don't stop being you because of what the world tells you should or should not do, or what the world's giving you. But also stay safe. Also, don't overextend yourself because it's hard. And some people just don't deserve it. Don't deserve it. I know if that was me, man, I'd be overly grateful. I'd be embarrassed, but overly grateful. Like, dang, at least I have my stuff back. All right, guys, we're taking a quick break. And when we come back, we have some more daily news. It's the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. Stay right there.
At AR Heating and Air Conditioning, our main goal is to provide high-quality service without breaking the bank. From maintaining your HVAC units to fixing them when they are down, they are there for you. AR Heating and Air Conditioning offer reasonable prices, reliability, and professional service at a great value. For more information, go to fixmyac.net or call 702-646-4000. Beat the heat and call AR Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Welcome to Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
Ladies, welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to Australia's thunder from down under. The world's #1 girls' night out that performs every night. Excalibur Hotel and Casino. And what happens in Vegas happens at Thunder.
Banachek, the greatest mentalist alive. He's the #1 mind-reading act in the world. Joe Rogan calls Banachek the best I've ever seen. Banachek's Mind Games Live, taking mind reading to new heights at the Strat Hotel, Casino, and Skypod, Las Vegas.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. Shout out to my sisters, Taylor and Wynn. Hi, sissies. Welcome in. Thank you both for supporting my live morning radio show. Aw, my 2 sissies. I actually only have 2 younger sisters. So it's me and my 2 younger sisters. Shout out to my 2 younger sisters. Hi, Taylor and Wynn. I love you both. Hey, I see Miss Dupar is in the chat. I see Naturally Radiant is in the chat. Yes, I see Williams family is in the chat. Welcome in. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Hey, so I know y'all heard about that brawl in Alabama. I know y'all heard about that brawl in Alabama. Unfortunately, it was very race-based, but I know y'all heard about that brawl in Alabama. Let me know at the Jaime Dee Show on YouTube, at the Jaime Dee Show, if you've heard about that brawl. We're about to get into it, and I want you all to chime in because, y'all, a full brawl broke out down in Alabama near the Montgomery Riverfront Park Saturday evening. Footage of the brawl has been making its rounds on social media by onlookers, and it ended with several people in police custody. According to reports, police were called around 7 p.m. to the 200 block of Costa Street on a disturbance. At the scene, they located a large group of subjects engaged in a physical altercation. Several subjects have been detained, and any charges are pending, a police statement read. Police didn't provide any additional information Saturday night, but the videos posted on social media suggested that the brawl started with the pontoon boat full of white people that stopped at the riverfront, preventing a riverboat from docking there. A black security guard on duty asked him to move, and things quickly went left. The group of white men who people are on social media are calling thugs started attacking the security guard. If y'all have not seen that video, they jumped that man. They jumped that man. When the riverboat was eventually able to dock, let's just say they went out over the white men. When I tell you what that means black people finally stood up. Do I condone violence? But no, it was several men attacking that man. And unfortunately, we are known in our community as black people to step up for each other when it's too late. On top of that, social media has desensitized everybody, not just black people, everybody. So we're known to take out our phones and just cry or say somebody else help or world star. But this is a first time on this big of a platform and with this much evidence where we seen black people helping out their own. One thing I can commend about other ethnicities, they help out their own. Hispanics help out their own. Asians help out their own. Indians help out their own. White people help out their own. They do. They do. And like I said, it sucks that it has to have been this where we're seeing black people help out their own. But I'm going to say this, as they should. As they should have beat the bricks off them rude white men who attacked this innocent older black security guard. Now, again, these black people came from all different areas off the boat. One dude jumped off the boat and swam to the dock, and they put the pause on these horrific white men for attacking that black security guard. Now, several people did end up arrested in the end, some black, some white, and some everybody else. Again, I do not condone violence. I do not condone race play. I do not condone black versus white. None of that. That is not who I am. That is not who I am. I love all people. I have friends, family, and I've dated people from all over. I love all people. One thing that black people can say we have to do is we have to learn about other people's cultures. And so a lot of us are forced to love and support other cultures. But not only can I say that I was forced to, I accepted it and I do it in my own personal life and in my own will to love and push for the education and the respect and the safety of all people. Now, police said that there were 4 active warrants that have been issued and more might be coming following Saturday night's brawl on the Montgomery riverfront. Again, there was so much that happened, and there were some good things. I'm like, yeah, defend each other, and there was some other parts. I'm like, okay, now y'all doing a little too much. Oh yeah, and there were also Caucasian women who attacked that black security guard for no reason. Now there was one point, I'm not gonna lie, everyone's making fun of it, and everyone's creating memes about it, and there were some actual people who went to that site and found the chair. But I know y'all saw a part where the black man used that chair to whoop some people's butts. And at one point, he just WWE smacked this one lady with that chair. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little too far. That was a little too far. Was it funny? Heck yes. But was it too far? Yes. And he obviously ended up in jail. It was definitely way too far. I was like, because he hit her like WWE dead on. Again, I'm proud of my people for sticking up for each other, but I'm not proud that it had to end up this way. Please stop teaching violence in your homes. Please stop teaching racism and discrimination in your home. Women don't have to do a certain thing or be a certain way. Men don't have to do a certain thing or be a certain way. Black people are not all a certain way. White people are not all a certain way. Hispanic people are not all a certain way. Even though we understand that stereotypes are in place for a reason, that's because social construction of reality in the media protrudes and perpetrates these stereotypes and makes people feel as though they have to be that way. We all know that brainwashing is real, and social media and the media and the news and all that other stuff we teach in our homes is a form of brainwashing. Let's help out our people. We should be loving each other. We should be out in the streets holding hands and being one and the same, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, gay, black, whatever, trans, it doesn't matter. you're not hurting yourself, other people, or animals, we should all be loving each other. There's so many people I see in the world that I just don't like, but I can look at them and keep moving. Should never end in violence unless you're defending yourself. Now, I definitely support defending yourself. I don't care what nobody say. I support defending yourself and defending other people. Wow, that brawl was crazy. Actually, I want to play that report live on air real quick so you guys can see it. Again, it's the group of white men who jumped on a black security guard after being asked to move their boat because they were preventing another boat from docking. Let's listen to the report.
This is breaking news.
Tonight, we're following breaking news near Montgomery's Riverfront Park. A fight beside the river has led to multiple arrests. Welcome to the news at 10. I'm Brady Talbert. A viewer sent us this video, which shows the fight just feet from water. A witness claims it started because a pontoon boat was blocking the dock where a riverboat was trying to park. You can see more people jumping in as that fight played out. Well, soon after, Montgomery police arrived at the scene. They say a large group of people were involved in this brawl. Our crew saw people in handcuffs. MPD says several people have been detained and any charges are pending tonight. MPD told us about this attack just in the past hour. We're going to keep you updated on this developing story.
Now, again, F around and find out. F around and find out. All right, let's move on to this story because this one is insane. A 62-year-old, and again, now they're calling them thugs, thug is a white woman, was arrested after allegedly assaulting a child down in Greensboro, North Carolina. According to Fox News, Greensboro police were called to Seafield Garden apartment complex a little after 2:30 p.m. When they arrived, they spoke with two juveniles and their parents. During the investigation, they determined that the assault did indeed occur. An arrest warrant was issued for little Miss Kimberly Jennings. She was arrested hours after the incident occurred and was charged with 2 counts of assault on a child under 12. The arrest was made after a video went viral, and it showed Kimberly dumping soda and hitting a boy with a bottle at the apartment complex near the pool. I'm so tired of seeing these things happen every summer where there's a innocent black child being attacked at a pool. It's like it's been happening every summer. Take a listen to this report.
If you got a late invite, respectfully
Nope, that's
decline.
not the right one. We're gonna take a listen to the report. It is the one where, again, the 62-year-old woman had poured soda on this poor innocent child. I'm not sure if you guys can find it, but you know what? We're gonna skip that one for right now because I don't think it's gonna come up. We're gonna skip that one. We're gonna go to this next one right here, where unfortunately a Las Vegas teen dies riding his mini bike after hitting a cable. We have that report up, right? All right, so since we have that one up, we're gonna skip what we just talked about. And again, unfortunately, there was a Caucasian woman who poured that soda and attacked a young boy. We don't have the report right now, but I'm glad that she was arrested. And I'm glad that she is having to learn her lesson. Because why are you hurting young kids? Why are you hurting anybody? Why are you being such a despicable human being? But now we're going to go on to another despicable story. I'm just so tired of talking about stuff like this. But it's what's happening in our life. And we got to talk about it so we can hopefully stop people from doing these certain things. But a Las Vegas teen dies riding mini bike after hitting a cable. Take a listen to this report. We're still getting the report up right now. But as we get it up, you're going to be able to hear this news report. Again, this is by Fox 5 News, where this Las Vegas teen dies riding a mini bike after hitting a cable that was actually placed in the middle of this path, meaning somebody did it on purpose to try to get at somebody or something
and that's
as
what
a joke.
And
so what we're going to do, we're going to actually restart that over real quick.
His mini bike on a trail.
Fox 5's Regina On is live now. And Regina, how did this all happen?
Yeah, so this happened on Sunday, and Metro Police say 16-year-old Angel Naranjo was riding his mini bike, which he loved, and he was on a trail, and there was a cable wire that was from a fence to a pole, and that's what he hit. And police say Angel was riding in front of his brother. The cable hit his neck as he was riding. Angel fell off his bike, and police say witnesses saw him for a brief moment sitting up against a wall. It happened at the Las Vegas Wash Trail in North Las Vegas, and a friend of Angel girl that I spoke with says that trail is notoriously dangerous. His friend John Lamar, who's ridden mini bikes with him, says he was a good kid, polite, always followed the rules. He hopes whoever is responsible for putting that cable up comes forward and for careless acts like this to stop.
He was a child and he wasn't out trying to harm anybody. And you'll pay for what you did, whether it's in this life or the next. You know, it's a culture problem out here right now. Life isn't valued. And that's a struggle I think that we're all going through together. And, you know, this doesn't help anybody. You know, that was somebody's little boy that died.
His friends and family have created a GoFundMe page. At last check, it was at $15,000 out of the $20,000 goal for funeral expenses. Now, the motorbike group that they were all a part of was called Las Vegas Mini Bikes, and the community there and Lamar say he was a great kid, going to be missed greatly. For now, reporting live, Regina On, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
I'm just very, very confused as to why there are such despicable human beings in our society. It's hard for me to fathom why somebody would literally place a wire along a path, knowing that people run, people ride their bikes, and so on. You killed an innocent young boy. This, it makes me so sad. My condolences to him, my condolences to his family. And it makes me so sick to know that there are disgusting people amongst us that go around and they set up booby traps and they harm people on purpose and they target people on purpose just to get a laugh, just to feel fulfilled in their life, just to do something. It's ridiculous. It's you would really place a cable on a path. I agree with what that guy in the report says. You deserve whatever's coming to you. You will be found, and you will not get away with this because you don't deserve to. Evil. I just don't know how people could come up with this stuff. It's disgusting. Now we're gonna go back real quick to a 60-year-old woman who is being labeled a thug on social media because of her attacking this poor innocent child. We have the report up, correct? And we're gonna get into this report right now.
Apartment manager caught on camera appearing to assault a child at the pool. She has been arrested, and police say the boy wasn't the only victim. Good evening, I'm Chet Silver.
And I'm Julie Luck. The manager reportedly asked the kids who did not live at the apartment complex to leave. Video of the tense moments, including a drink poured on the 11-year-old, sparked outrage online. WFMY News 2's Giselle Thomas spoke to the family involved.
62-year-old Kimberly Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12. Tenants at Sedgefield Garden Apartments say they managed the apartment, for about 3 years. Now, the family involved lived nearby, but not at the complex, and say they would regularly visit the privately owned pool.
She untwists the Coke bottle and starts splashing it on me. Then she hits me twice, like here and here.
That's how 11-year-old Jace Leary describes what happened with an apartment complex manager Wednesday. He says Kimberly Jennings was trying to get him and his 8-year-old sister to leave the Sedgefield Garden Apartments pool.
Because she's always mean.
The pool has signs that say no trespassing and for adults to accompany their children, but the siblings say this is not the first time they have visited the pool.
Sometimes she would just come and tell us to get out. We wait, we come back. Until last Wednesday.
Before the video started rolling, Leary says the manager pulled his sister's hair and hit her. The 11-year-old boy says at that point he threw a bottle at Jennings. What was captured in the video is Jennings throwing a soda and then reportedly hitting the boy in the chest and face. It's gone viral and sparked outrage in the Greensboro community where nearby neighbors protested. Again, Jennings was charged with 2 counts of simple assault on a child under 12. She bonded out of jail. Now, we reached out to Sedgefield Garden Apartments and also tried to get a statement from its owners, but have not yet heard back.
This stuff breaks my heart. This stuff breaks my entire heart when It comes down to violence. It comes down to harming people. It comes down to not remembering that we all have feelings and that we all just want to be loved and that we all just want to be seen as equal. There are some people who probably really aren't racist. They just had a bad day. But there's a lot of people who are racist. There's a lot of people who do attack and target young black men and women. And it's just sick. It's sick. And for me personally, while I understand, like, oh yeah, you can get a paycheck, and oh yeah, you're gonna be more well off with money. Like, have y'all ever been to court? Have y'all ever sought out lawyers? It's not easy. That process takes forever. It's not fun. It's traumatic. Everything is not worth a paycheck. Everything is not worth going to court. Everything is not worth making an example. I just really wish we'd be better as human beings. Everybody, we're going to take a quick break because we have to come back and we're going to talk about if you weren't originally invited in the plans, would you go? If people that you called your friends or your family didn't originally invite you, would you go? If you saw on social media that they were out, would you ask to go? We're going to have this conversation because it's a social issue that's going around a lot right now. If I wasn't invited, I'm not going. So stick around. This is the Jaime Dee Show. We're going to get into that topic when I come back. Stay right there.
50 years of Greek dancing, Greek music, Greek food, and fun mark the 50th anniversary of the annual Greek Food Festival at St. John the Baptist Greek Orthodox Church, 5300 South El Camino, corner of Hacienda and Jones. Friday, September 15th, 3 p.m. to 11. Saturday, September 16th, noon to 11. And Sunday, September 17th, noon to 10 p.m. Featuring continuous Greek dancing and live band with Council President John Fotopoulos playing the bouzouki. Log on to LasVegasGreekFest.com. Join us for a once-in-a-lifetime experience to see the Hoover Dam up close and personal on a guided tour of Lake Mead. Sit back and enjoy the cool breezes aboard the Desert Princess paddle wheel boat while taking in the sights of the greatest man-made engineering wonder of the modern world and National Historic Landmark. To reserve a spot on the Hoover Dam sightseeing tour or the Sunset Dinner Cruise, visit LakeMeadCruises.com. Cup Bop Korean Barbecue in a Cup is serving up unique Korean-style dishes and a special brand of fun. Treat yourself to a delicious bowl of rice, cabbage, noodles, your choice of protein like the Rock Bop, which is tangy fried chicken, and your choice of sauce from all sweet to nothing but the heat. Bop on over to eatcupbop.com to find the location nearest you and savor some crazy good Korean food served with a smile. With 5 area locations, 1100 South Fort Apache at Charleston, 7150 North Durango at Elkhorn, 4680 South Maryland Parkway, 1975 West Craig Road, and 7175 West Lake Mead Boulevard.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. If you're just now tuning in, I already went over my weekend, the daily news, and now we're going to have a conversation on if you weren't originally invited, do you go? If you were invited last minute, do you go? If you weren't invited at all, but you're cool with this person and you see that they're out having a great time on social media, do you ask them to join? Let's take a listen to what this social media user had to say about if you weren't originally invited. Take a listen.
Aren't invited, don't go. If none of your friends told you, don't ask. If you got a late invite, respectfully decline. Yeah, they had no intention of including you in the original plan.
So what's your thoughts on that? Call in at 702-221-7283. I see my general manager is making a face. I want to know your thoughts. What you thinking over there? Because you're making a face and you chuckling. I don't know. I'm going to be real honest, Mark. Again, I am a little different. I have my bachelor's in communication arts. I have a master's in broadcast journalism. And so I find myself being very different from the general public because I know how to communicate. I am a very affectionate person. I'm a very sensitive person, a very loving person. So I know to invite people. But also, too, there are times where I'm just so busy throughout the day that I forget to invite somebody that actually really wanted to come, and I don't invite them until last minute, or I literally just completely forget. And it's nothing against them. It's just either I know who I was going to invite originally, and I thought about somebody else, and I just didn't get the chance to, or I did it a little bit later than usual. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I kind of agree with you, Jamie. I think when you invite someone to an event, that doesn't necessarily mean you're picking them out of everybody else. Sometimes you kind of know who to invite to certain events, right? And that's kind of, my opinion on that is, there's some people that I'm not going to take to a football game because I know they don't like sports, so I'm not going to invite them.
Right.
But if we're all going to dinner, and I know everybody loves to go out and have a good meal and maybe some drinks, I know which people in my contact list that I'm going to invite. So it's not personal towards that person if they don't like sports. But some people will take it personal. They just want to get that invite and to be able to tell you no. Right. But if I've been
so dumb, I hate that.
if I've invited you about 3 or 4 times to a sporting event, and I use sports because that's kind of where I'm always going to sporting events, and I don't take my fiance with me because I know she don't like sports.
Right.
And it's to the point now where I don't even ask her because I know the answer ahead of time, but I will mention it to her and say, hey, I'm going to
such and such.
seeing UNLV play on Friday. This is Monday. And then to leave it open-ended, if she says, oh, I want to go.
Right.
Now she's invited herself. I got a ticket for her. We're all good.
So Emergency says that may be the case. They had no intention of including you, but they did. And I'm going to just go for myself. I'm always required in the room. I know that's right. Showing up was for me and not them. Williams family says, I refuse to go anywhere I'm not invited. And I think that you're always invited is such an empty gesture. If you want me there, you'd invite me, and it's simple as that. Okay, I completely agree. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm a sensitive person. So if I feel like we're cool, like for example, Mark, your mic's on, so it's causing back feed. So let's say, for example, I'm really cool with Mark. I've asked Mark to hang out several times, and me and Mark never happened, like hang out. And then I see that he's always out. He never invites me. We have an issue because my thing is I thought we were cool. Now, if you didn't invite me out, that means he never intended for me to go anywhere or be with him because he intentionally knows that I'm here and still intentionally does not invite me out. But let's say, for example, I'm becoming cool with Mark. We're still getting there. We haven't created that bond yet, and he hasn't invited me out. I give him a little grace until we have those conversations and until we're getting closer with each other. But I will say this. There are several people in life that I've told them, I want to hang out with you. Let's hang out. And I've always invited them out, and I've never received an invite. And they were like, oh, well, you're always welcome. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because I never received an invite. I don't want to be a last thought. I don't. And that's how I feel about that. Let me know if you guys think I'm contradicting myself. Because when it's me, I know, like I told y'all earlier in my show, I have a list of people that I hang out with. And I'll go through the list and I'll invite them all out because it makes it easier for me to not forget or be that person who's like, you lie, you don't want to hang out with me. But there are some times where I'm hosting a huge event and I'm like, I'm in a rush. So I'm literally just inviting everybody out. Hey. And if I just don't have you on the top of my head in that moment, I'm going to forget. But I will say this. People that I'm cool with will usually always get an invite. People that I talk to on a regular basis will usually always get an invite. So I can understand how if we don't talk all the time and you don't see me and you're not reminded of me, that you don't invite me out. I totally get that. And I give you grace. But if I am always hitting you up and you swear that you want to invite me out and you swear I'm always invited and I always see you on social media and I have to always ask, can I come? I'm going to stop because you never intended for me to be there. And I won't come and hang out with somebody who invites me last minute knowing that they don't really rock with me like that. Now, if it's a friend who's just out, and they're like, oh, crap, Jamie might probably like this. And they invite me out and I'm free. I'm going to go. I don't take it no way because at least you still thought of me. I don't know what you guys think about that. We're at the end, but Emergency says that's a true statement. However, sometimes there's so many people that you just forget and you end up getting a last-minute invitation and people generally want you there. She also said some people want to be invited and they never actually show up. I agree. Kara says, never fun to be left out. Would even love an invite. Communication is key. And Gigi says, yeah, sometimes, but I think it depends on the situation. I don't want to be an afterthought either. I agree. All right, guys, that's the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. I'm live every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. Make sure you guys support the kid. Send my videos out to everybody. Share, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I do have more spots open for promotions. So if you know anybody who wants to promote their business live on the radio, again, this is the radio, not a podcast, live on the radio, let me know. I would love to partner up with some businesses, local and worldwide. It's the Jaime Dee Show. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. What's up, everybody? You were just tuned into the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. If you aren't in the Las Vegas area, you can catch my show live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. If you want to advertise your business on my show, email us at info@jaimedee.com. Thank you all so much for your support. See you tomorrow.